Hey guys, so we are going to do a chair fitness class. It's going to be about 10 minutes, something really easy for seniors to get just a little bit of mobility in. So you'll just need a chair, and let's get started. I've got my mom here, Kathy. She's going to join us today, and she's going to be my model for our class today. So first, we're going to get started. Make sure that you have a seat or a chair that doesn't have any hands or arms on it. And I want you to just come forward and sit to the front of your chair so that you just have your hip bones on the chair. And let's check our feet. Get our feet right underneath the hips, underneath the knees, and the toes are spread and ground down equally through both feet. And now check your shoulders, draw them back. And think about bringing the top of your head up towards the ceiling. Now let's take our hand onto the belly, left hand and then right hand. And I want you to breathe underneath your palms, inhaling and exhale. As you're exhaling, let your belly come back in. Good. And then inhale just into the belly, and you want to feel that the belly can expand. And exhale, bring it back in. So you're drawing the belly in. Good. And again, inhale. So you just want to feel that breath moving underneath your palms. And a long exhale. Now I want you to feel like you can really pull and squeeze your abdominal wall in. Inhale and expand. And exhale to draw in. Good. So the more we do this, I just want you to continue doing this. You're going to bring more oxygen into your system. And the oxygen is going to provide your muscles with energy and strength. So when we move through our practice, just make sure that you're continuously allowing the breath to fill your belly. If you're not used to this, that's okay. The more you practice it, the easier it's going to be. Now let's take our hands down. Remember that you're still breathing into your belly. Let's take the right heel off of the floor, point your toes, and then press out of the heel. And point the toes and press out of the heel. Again. And now we're going to just make slow circles, really, really slow, so you can get lots of movement into the ankle joint. And you want to feel it all the way through, maybe into the calf and the shin muscle too. Now let's go the other way. And it may feel a little sticky at some points. That's okay. The more we do this, the easier it's going to be, just like everything else. Now check in with your breathing. Make sure that you're still inhaling and expanding and exhaling to squeeze in. Last circle here. And take the right foot down. Left toes go forward. Point through the toes and then press out of the heel. Let's see if we can do this with the breathing. So as you exhale, press out of the heel. And as you inhale, point the toes. You got it. And again, exhale, press out of the heel. Inhale and point the toes. And now let's make those circles really slow and controlled. Going in one direction. See if you can get the toes to move as well. Squeeze and spread the toes. And let's go the other way. Really slow, really controlled. And when we're doing this, we're bringing nutrients into the whole ankle and the joint capsule. So know that you're getting a lot of benefit from this. And that's the last one. Let's take the foot down. Now let's take the arms right out in front. Spread the fingers really, really wide. And then lift the fingertips to the ceiling. And then point the fingertips down. Yeah, and then back up to the ceiling. You want to feel a stretch to the forearms. And then point back down. Good. And back up. And now we're going to go clockwise circles. Go a little slower if you can. And then maybe move through the fingers as well as you're making your circles. Good. We're getting into the joints of the knuckles and the wrists. And now let's go the other way. A little slower if you can. Good. Try to equal out both hands going over counterclockwise. I know it gets to be a little confusing. And then hold to center, taking the fingertips intertwined, and then press the palms away from you. Breathing into the back. And now with the exhale, take your fingers to round or knuckles towards the wall in front of you. And then we're gonna press the palms away. And the knuckles away. And one more, press the palms away. And the knuckles reach. Now let's take the fingertips to the shoulders. The elbows are gonna stay out wide. And let's make circles. So bring the shoulder or the elbows forward and down, and then out to the back and wide, and up to the ceiling, good, and then all the way forward again, and out to the side, and up to the ceiling, and forward. Let's check in with the breathing, make sure that you're breathing. We wanna have oxygen into the bloodstream because we're bringing the blood into the shoulder joints, and that's gonna help to heal the shoulders. Now let's go the other way. And if you have a limited range, just go to the range that feels good. I want you to make sure that you're doing this with intention. You're not just forcing it. So we go forward and back, and then down, and then forward again. Yeah. And then up and wide. Good. Don't force it. And forward, and release the hands down. So from here, take your left heel directly forward and take your right ankle to the top of your left shin. Now we're just gonna drag the heel closer to you. Let's bend that left knee and pick up the right ankle and take it onto the left thigh. Now we're just gonna hold here. See if you can straighten up your spine, lengthen up, good. Now, if you find that you don't have a lot of range, you can keep your leg straight and keep your ankle on your shin. If you are able to bring it up, which I think you can, let's keep the knee bent and the ankle up. And if you need to, you just pull on the pants like she's doing, that's fine too. So now notice that right hip. We're getting into the right hip joint. So if you want, you can stay here or start to lean a little bit forward into the shin. Keep your collarbones open and keep the crown of the head reaching up, good. And I want you to expand your breath. Remember we started with that full breath into the belly and that exhale compressing into the belly. The movements aren't gonna help you if you're not breathing fully, so be aware of that. Take one more breath in, fill up, and exhale, let's release that. If you folded forward, just take the foot down, coming back up. And now the right heel goes forward and the left ankle crosses to the right shin. Drag it up as high as comfortable. And then if it feels good, right foot plants and the right knee bends. Now we're just gonna hold here. Notice how it feels into the hip and really imagine that you're breathing into that right hip joint. Check with your alignment in the chest and keep breathing into the belly. And then if you want, you can start to bring your chest closer towards your left shin. Collarbones stay wide, and let's smile here. So it's not a serious practice. We want to just feel the body. It doesn't need to be painful. It doesn't need to be tight. You just go to the movement that feels good for you. Take one more big breath in, into the belly, and exhale. Let's come up and release the foot down. From here, we're going to take the hands just to the underneath sides of the chair. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Now you're using your left hand, holding the chair. Let's come back up. Now I want you to think about bringing the ear to the shoulder, so side bend. Yep. And you don't have to force it. I want you to feel it on that left side. And let's come back up to center, really slow, and bring the left ear towards the left shoulder without tucking the chin, without lifting the chin. And it may not be a big movement. Good. And let's come back up and over to the right side again. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Try not to tuck the chin. Come back up through center and over to the left ear to shoulder. You may notice that one side feels tighter than the other. That's okay. Let's come back to center. Now we're taking the chin, stays parallel with the floor, and bring the chin towards the right shoulder, like you're looking to the right side, but you're not tucking the chin. And let's come back to center. We're just doing a rotation, left side. Like you're trying to look at me without tucking your chin. And let's come back to center. And again, turn like you're trying to look at someone who's sitting next to you. Look to the right. There you go. And let's come back to center. And then look to the left without tucking the chin. Good. And let's come back to center. Now we're bringing the chin right into the chest. Then roll the ear to the right shoulder. Bring the chin up to the ceiling. And then over to the left shoulder and back down into the chest. So you're making a circle with your nose. Good. And the next time we come to center, chin will stay down and we'll go in the opposite direction. Bring your left ear to your shoulder. Bring the chin up to the ceiling, over to the right, and then coming back down to center. So you're making a circle going in the right, or going to the left and then up with your neck. There's a lot of movements. I don't want you to get confused. Let's just do one more circle and then we'll hold to neutral. Bring the chin parallel to the floor. And let's take the hands onto the thighs. Now, this is our last movement. I just want you to feel that you can really get strong into that right leg. So lean back and bring your right heel as high as you can get it. And we're just gonna hold here for 3, 2, 1, and let it go. And then left leg, lean back, lift the left leg, really strong, strong, strong with that left thigh. Keep holding for 3, 2, 1, and exhale to come back down. So that was 10 minutes. You guys did great. How do you feel?
Good, good.
Good. So I think we need to practice a little bit more of the breathing. So we're going to do more of these videos for you, and I want you to give me some feedback and let me know how it felt for you. And if you do have any seniors in your life that you think would help, that this could help, then please let them know about this. Have a great day, guys.